Right, so the next important part on here is the menu button. So if we just go through the menu button on here so Mark can see it, you've got an individual call. So the easiest way to look at this is if we just push the call button, just push it once please, Mark. Okay, and then it says manual, individual, all ships, etc. So the manual option, that allows you to call another vessel, but obviously to do that you need the MMSI number, which you could get from an AIS receiver, for example. But we're going to just call an individual. So if you move down to individual, please. Yeah, so press enter. And in here you've got team 2, which this radio is. So if you select that, it's probably already on it. And now press enter. And it defaults to channel 6, so we'll change to channel 8. So if you just change the channel for me, please, Mark. And now press enter. And now it'll ask you if you want to send it. Yes, please, press enter. And on this occasion now, the radio alarms. So if I now press the enter key, that one. So now that's gone through. That's just silenced the alarm. If I now press enter again, it now changes to channel 8. And it's alarmed Mark. If he presses the enter key, that's him just silence the alarm, press enter again, and both radios are on channel 8, which I can now, without calling anybody, on channel 16, which is a good system to have, but obviously I need to have the MMSI number. Okay, the next one down is we can send a group call. Now a group call, same menu, you'd go into there, that would be for someone like Sunsail would be a good example. They could sign up for a group MMSI number from Ofcom. And all that allows them to do, each vessel would have a group call MMSI number, which now allows you to call all vessels in one go. A very useful tool, but obviously for people like us, we don't need that. We've also got the all ships option, which I'll come back to in a moment. And then we've got position request, really, really useful. So if Mark just goes into the call button for me, so he presses call. And now if he scrolls down through the menu, he will find POS request, position request. Okay, if he now presses the enter key, now again, he can send that manually or to an individual that's already in his menu. So if he now presses enter, which is on team 2, I believe. Yep. Enter. And now press enter again. And this time what it does is it alarms this radio here, which is now, I've just silenced the alarm, and now I'm going to send him the position back. So if he presses enter, and if he scrolls through if I do it on here, if I scroll through on there, it now shows you who, where, some of the MMSI number, but it will say no position in time because these radios don't have a GPS attached to them. So you can appreciate that as a really good system to have. You can ask someone where they are. Likewise, you can have position send, which is also in the menu. Okay, so if you just press the clear keys on both of them for me, please, Mark. Thank you. And now DSC log, really, really useful. So what that allows you to do is under the same call button, if Mark just goes into there again. So if he scrolls down to DSC log and presses enter. Now you can look at any DSC call that's come in, but more importantly, the distress calls. And that will give you the MMSI number, the nature of distress, and also their position and time, which is essential if you're forwarding on a Mayday relay. So it's a good piece of kit to have that inside the radio. Thank you if you press clear on that one. So now you're back to the menu options again underneath there. So you should have also DSC test. Now DSC test is fantastic. Okay, you can do this with any vessel. Now obviously you want to test your radio's range. Now if you were to put your Coast Guard's number, MMSI number, into the radio, you can now press the enter key. So you're going to DSC test. Are you on DSC test?
Yeah.
So enter.
Yeah.
So DSC test, you can do it with any vessel. It could be anyone that has a digital radio, which the Coast Guards clearly do. Now press enter. And we're going to use Team 2 for demonstration purposes, obviously. And now this radio now alarms. But on here, if I now press enter, that's me just accepted the radio, the actual alarm or the signal. And now if I send it back, that answers back to say that he is just tested. Thank you. That's just to say he's just tested his radio's range, because don't forget DSC uses a radio channel as per normal, but in this instance it's VHF channel 70. Okay, so now you could do your radio check on channel 6, 8, 72 or 77, a working channel with a colleague, or like we do here with the Marina on channel 80. So that's now proved both sides of the radio, both by voice and digital. And then the last one on there is obviously you can exit out of the menu. Now if we go back to the all ships option, are they both clear now, please Mark? Yep. So that's now clear. So if I go into the all ships option under here, is if you just go menu all ships, or call all ships, sorry. Scroll down to all ships. Yep. Now press enter. Now underneath there you can see it says distress, it's got urgency. Now the urgency alert is no longer used for a Mayday relay, purely PAN only. Okay, so let's go to all ships distress. So you're on the distress, should be the top of the shop.
Distress, yeah.
Yeah, press enter. And then it'll say, you sure? You go yes, it'll say select 16, press enter.
Yep.
And now it's double checking, are you sure you want to send this? Yes please, press enter again. And this time, oh dear. So this is how, in my opinion, this is how people send distresses by mistake. Because what they've done is that as a shortcut to the distress button. But obviously if I wanted to use that system, I would now follow up with the Mayday call as per on the screen there. Okay, so thank you for that. Underneath the all ships one, if you go back one, press clear and go back. Clear, yeah, so press the menu. Sorry, call button. Okay, and now all ships again. Enter.
Yep.
And now what have we got under there now?
We've got distress, urgency, safety,
So,
routine.
Urgency, as I said, is purely for PAN. And then we have safety, which is a security, that's a safety call. And likewise we can do a routine and individual call. So that basically is a short overview of how the menu works on a DSC radio. So if you're interested in anything like a VHF course, which you can do online or in the classroom, obviously in the classroom you get a lot more goes using the radios and things like that. Online, it's a very good course. The RIA got a gold award for it, which is good. And then you would simply come back in once you've done the online course, and you would do a practical and a voice assessment using these types of radios here. So if you've got any questions, please contact us. You can get us via the website, which is very straightforward, www.boatability.co.uk.